Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are at it again. Abs, 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 getting that core super strong, super stable, so that you either look really good in your swimsuit, or maybe you're just wanting to stay super strong and stable in your practice and avoid injury. Whatever the reason is, I'm glad you're here, and let's just jump right into it because we got 7 exercises ahead of us in order to get super strong today. So we're gonna start in plank position, and we're just gonna lower to the forearms and keep that going. So my 1-minute timer is set. Small rest in between exercises, but not much. So let's just get the work done. Starting at the top of that push-up, let's lower to the forearm. So right forearm down, then left. Press into the right hand, and then the left, and then switch it. Left forearm, then right. Left hand, and then right. And just go from side to side like this. I know it's natural to want to just work your strong side, but that's why it's your strong side. You've worked it enough. So make sure that you're working both sides every other time. Make sure that belly button is pulling down and in, and that you're protracting, rounding through the upper back, and not dumping through the shoulders. Already halfway with this one, guys. Nicely done. Try to get in at least 2 more sets. We got about 8 seconds. Try to balance it out on each side. There's our timer. Lower the knees, rest for just a moment. All right, the next one that we're going to do, we're going to be sitting but reclining back. So you want to bring the hands back behind you, but keep the chest lifted. Now you're going to hover the legs and just pump one knee in at a time, kind of crunching yourself in as that knee pulls. Now if that's too hard, you could rest on the forearms and just pull the knees in to do a modification. Just work where you can, do the best that you're able to. Because even if you're doing something, that is better than doing nothing. So be proud of yourself, don't beat yourself up for that. All right, 1-minute timer is set. Let's go ahead and find that reclined position, hover, and start that pump. Gotta check on myself. Make sure that I set that timer. We don't want to find out the hard way, it never goes off. Make sure that you are not resting the legs at the bottom, but just hovering them. It helps to really point the toe and get as tall as you can through the legs. That keeps the leg muscles engaged. Makes it a little bit easier on the core, but the legs will help out and do some of that work. Plus it helps keep proper form, less likely to get injured, all that good stuff. This one's tough. Keep that chest lifted, those knees pumping, you're doing good. Hang in there. That timer's coming. Here we go. There we are. Oh. We got 5 more to do. So let's just keep going. Next one is an alternating V-up. So a single leg V-up. We're gonna start all the way on our back each time, arms up and overhead, and we're just gonna lift one leg, touch that toe. So touch the toe, recline back. Touch the toes, recline back. So that's why it's a single leg V-up. We're not doing both legs at the same time. Again, really tall through the arms. Point that toe, get long as you can. It does help. Keep that belly button pulled down and in. Timer is set. And let's just get at it. Here we go. Arms up and reach. Now I know this one's really hard. So if you're struggling, bend the knee. Do it like a tuck up rather than a V up. And don't feel bad about modifications. You are still here and you're still doing the work. And if you have to take a modification in order to get here someday, then good for you. You have started. That journey has begun. And that's where we need to be. Because I promise I couldn't do V-ups in the beginning. They were way too hard. There's the timer. They were way too hard. I had to do the tuck leg version, and that is okay. And I didn't beat myself up for it. I was just like, hey, it's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna accept where I am and then watch that journey kind of unravel the newer, stronger me. And you're there too, so be proud of yourself no matter where you were. All right, the next one is a reclined frog crunch. If you haven't heard of that before, it's because I just made that name up. Because I didn't know what else to call it. So we're gonna rest back, getting a bit of this reclined shape. Hands down. Again, you can put the forearms down if you need to. Otherwise, hands, but really lean back, working those low belly. And then open the legs up wide. So about as wide as your yoga mat if you have one. Otherwise, twice as wide as your hips. And we're gonna lean back, crunch up, extend. Crunch up, extend. So again, another one where the legs don't touch down. You wanna hover them, all right? Here's our minute. Let's get right at it. So say that you start on the hands, and halfway through you're like, Kelsey, I'm dying, and I hate you right now. That's okay. Change to the forearms, and just see if you can keep going that way. That's not a cheat. That's you pushing through no matter what you had to do. So really think about pulling those knees in as close as you can to the chest. Really get that crunch. I notice I get a lot more ab engagement the more I crunch it in. Whew. Those hip flexors are like, dang. It's all right. We're here for it. Maybe exhaling as you squeeze at the top, inhaling as you recline back. But no matter what, you keep that breath going. Don't hold it. That ain't gonna help. Whew. There's the timer. Thank goodness. All right, we already got 4 done. 3 more to go. We're going back into that plank position. All right, so this one we're gonna do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. So real quick to demonstrate one side for you. Start in that plank. Now I'm going to rest my right hand down, shift kind of to the side of that left foot. So those are the sides that are gonna stay down. They're alternating, right hand and left foot. Then I'm gonna bring the left hand behind the head and crunch it in with the right knee. So these side crunches, twisting, squeezing through that midline. All right, I will let you know just before we hit that 30 seconds and we can switch sides. All right, right hand down, left hand behind the head. Let's get at it. Get in that plank position and squeeze. Again, you could do this on the forearms. That may make the balance a bit easier. Try to really get that elbow all the way to the knee and maybe even past it as best you can. Push out of that right shoulder. We got to switch in about 2 seconds. Last one. Let's switch. Left hand down, right hand behind the head, and squeeze. Pivot that back foot flat to give you a bit more balance. But if you want to challenge yourself and up level, maybe stay on the balls of the toes. If you got better balance than I am not opposed to you up leveling. You do you. Keep that squeeze. Keep that push out of this shoulder. You got this. That's the only story that we're gonna tell. So if it's natural for you to want to say, oh my God, I can't. Oh, this is too hard. Don't do that. We are not here for that. The brain can be taught otherwise. I'm strong enough. I can. I'm capable. I got this. All right, next one. We are really getting there today, guys. So now we're gonna do a hand to toe crossover. Back on our back leg, the V up, but we're not gonna sit up as high. Kind of like a little star shape here. Gently opening the legs and the arms getting very, very tall. And we're just gonna reach right hand to left toe and switch left hand to right toe and just keep on going. You get the idea. Let's not get cooled off. Timer. I know, I'm super fancy. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're fancy or not. We're just doing the work. Timer set. Reach the arms up and overhead. Let's get at it. Again, maybe you want to focus on that exhale as you get that contraction at the top. Inhaling on your way back down. But honestly, just keep breathing. Just keep working. Just keep showing up. All that other stuff is logistics, and it gets worked out, typically all by itself, just from that repeated practice, just from that showing up again and again. Good work, guys. This is tough. So are you. You're doing it. Whew. Just in time. All right. So last but not least, we got a little bit of a forearm plank series. And I'm going to ask a lot of you here, I know, because all the other exercises have been 1 minute. Let's challenge ourselves and do 1 minute on each side. So 1 minute on the right arm, 1 minute on the left arm. I know it's a lot, but if you don't push past that edge, if you don't really challenge yourself, you're not going to grow. So do what you can. If you got 30 seconds in you, just do your 30 seconds. If you can push past a minute to the minute, do it. So we're gonna get the right forearm down, a bit of an angle, about 45-degree angle that helps you stay balanced. You can stack the feet or bring the top foot down to the ground. And first you're gonna lift the leg, lower it down, drop the hip, and then wrap the arm underneath. So it goes leg, hip, arm. All right? Make sure that you're pressing out of that shoulder. Use those lat muscles. Stay nice and tight. The looser you let your body go, the more injury prone you can be, and the harder it will be, so everything gets tight. All right? I got 1 minute. Let's get it done. I know I'm chatting a lot. In that plank, let's do it. Leg, hip, arm. Leg, hip, arm. There you go. Super important that you really push out of the elbow and out of the shoulder. Use those back muscles to support you. Already halfway. Good work. Good work. That's the only story you're going to tell yourself. I'm doing good. I'm proud of myself. It was a struggle, and I overcame. Nice. Five seconds. Let's do one more set. Whew. There we go. All right, left side. Let's not cool off. Let's just get it done. This is it. 1 minute timer is set. Get that arm at a little bit of an angle. That makes all the difference for the balance. And leg, hip, and arm. All right, let's do it. Leg, hip, arm. Leg, hip, and arm. Very good. It doesn't matter if you're the speediest or the slowest at this point. It's just that you kept going. If you're at that 30-second mark, you are there, man. If you're with me, just keep going with me. Because we don't stop when we're tired. We stop when we're finished. But there's also a matter of respecting your body, and you gotta do what you're told to a certain point. I get that. I get that. I'm just here to encourage you and do the best that you can do. 10 more seconds. Last 5. Woo! That was tough. Very, very good job today, guys. Those were hard. Maybe those were some new ab exercises for you, and anytime something is new, it can feel a lot more daunting, a lot more challenging. I'm with you today on that one, believe me. So make sure that you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. That way it's in your liked area. You can come back again and again. And just hearing these exercises a second, third, many times they get easier because you have that muscle memory. You've heard these words before. You can just jump right into it. So make sure that you like it, come back again and again, get stronger. Invite your friends to come with you because it's great practicing with friends. Subscribe, please. Subscribe if you haven't already. I am uploading multiple times a week, sometimes almost every day. I love working out with you guys. You're doing so amazing. If you're doing any of these exercises on your Instagram, I'm also Kelsey Yogi there, spelled the same way. Tag me. I'd love to see what you're doing and encourage you, not challenge you, encourage you, cheer you on. Very good job today, guys. Make sure that you drink your water. I don't want you to get dehydrated and feel like crap. Eat clean, because that's really how you get those flat abs. Have an amazing day. Spread that love. You guys are amazing. Take care. Namaste.